Alexandria Bolufé podcast. Welcome back. We've been away for a while. We've been so busy traveling, but I'm so happy to be back. And let's go. Let's talk about the exciting things that we've been doing. Our year was so filled with so much action. And that's the thing about our business. It's always evolving. This is 30 years that I'm doing this. And Alexandra, how do you feel about our entire year of travel so far?
Well, traveling's my favorite thing, so I loved it.
All right. Well, we have Brian here.
Hi.
And he's going to ask me all kinds of questions.
I'm your producer, in case people don't know who Brian is. I'm the least lovely of the three of us here. Every year you go to Milan. Milan is an annual thing?
Yeah.
Why is Milan the spot?
Well, we go more than once. We go at least twice.
But it's always Milan. It's not Paris, not London. It's mostly Milan, right?
Well, we go to Paris too. I don't know if we talked about that the last time. We were with Stella McCartney in Paris, and that was sensational. And then we were so lucky enough to be invited to Versace fashion runway show in Milan, which is spectacular. Yeah.
The Versace brand still is the brand, huh?
Yes, it is.
Who owns Versace?
They actually just sold, I think today or yesterday. Prada bought them for $1.4 billion.
Huh. My college roommate was the CEO of Coach, and then they got bought by LVMH. Is that right?
Yeah.
He was the CEO. He turned out better than me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We'd go to lunch and he'd make me pay. It's terrible.
Hopefully you got a Coach purse.
Yeah.
to
And
make
his
up
coach
for it.
worked his way up. Anyway, what is it though? But why? I know everybody knows Paris is fashion, New York is fashion, but Milan, your regular person doesn't usually go there, to check it out. Why is it such an industry place? Is it an Italy thing, or is there something about Milan itself that lends itself to this?
It's all of that. It's Milan, the vibe. It's Versace. It's where fashion begins and ends. Same with Paris. But Milan is absolutely incredible. And, they have a lot of real estate. It's a lot easier to do a magnificent fashion show in Milan than it is in New York.
Oh, is that why?
That's one of the reasons.
But a lot of the big designers are originally from Italy. They're Italian designers like Prada.
Well, I mean, you go
Miu
back to
Miu.
the Michelangelos and the Da Vincis and all the great artists, which essentially a great designer is a great artist.
Yeah.
A lot of them are Italian.
Yep.
How has it changed over the years? How many years have you been going?
We've been going quite a while, and each year it is more and more exciting. Well, some of the reasons is because we're invited to such big mecca designer shows, and just incredible. Just like we've been in business, I've been in business 30 years, and thank goodness my daughter joined me. But they have been around for so long that they also have to constantly evolve, just like what I do in my business. And you have to stay on top. Otherwise, people get tired of seeing the same thing.
I've asked you this before. Do you go with a completely open mind? Do you go with a checklist of what you're trying to buy or accomplish? Or you're just like, now every year is going to surprise you? Because you kind of have to balance that, right? Or no? Or you're just going in and being like, whatever Milan has to offer is what we're interested in.
Yeah, that. Open mind.
Open mind, instinctual.
Do you have a budget?
Yes and no.
Not really.
I'm a shopaholic.
I know that, but that's got to be hard when you have endless possibilities there. Is it like, you look back and some years are crazier, busier than others? Or, I mean, part of that is that the product, or part of that is your mood, or part of that is your financial situation? How does that manifest itself? Because going over there, you could obviously buy everything, and your customers obviously trust your judgment. So how do you plan that, limit that, organize that? Is it a disagreement between the two of you?
No, we go a little crazy. We go crazy. By the end of the buying trip, I'm like reeling her in. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I think we got a lot.
How much are you shopping for yourselves personally?
Zero, but I'll tell
That's the discipline.
Yeah. It's all stuff for the store, and then maybe we'll be like, "Ooh, we love this. Let's get one."
But are you thinking this will look good on me, and hopefully the customers will like it, or it's the other way around?
It's the other way around. It's the other way around.
Because you guys obviously are the best models for your own fashion, clothing. It's kind of, I mean, that's not a bad thing if you do it that way. But you go in, and what is the first thing you do when you get there? I'm fascinated by this. Do you take empty luggage, or do you buy the luggage there, or ship it all back? Or what are you bringing over? How long are you going for? Start there.
Usually 2 weeks.
How many bags are you taking between you for 2 weeks?
This one over here is taking a lot.
But you can buy stuff there. Why would you take stuff?
Well, because we also do photo shoots.
Yeah.
So we have to rent out these very elaborate, gorgeous, contemporary apartments. And, I go with a team. And we have our lighting. We have our camera equipment. We have all our microphones. We have one full luggage, if not two, of just clothing that we're going to shoot somewhere else, because it has to be a lifestyle photo shoot, and it has to be a different background. It can't always be Delray Beach or in the store. Mm-hmm. It has to be easy. So
the photo shoot has to seem like it's Milan. You can't just do it here, right?
no, you have to do it whatever part of the world you're at. You have to do it.
It also just keeps it interesting, so it's not the same location photo shoot every time. So,
Yeah.
So you go over there with some baggage, and do you have a list of the kinds of things you're looking for first? Are you shopping men's, shopping, or it's just, that is amazing. It is like blindfold, walk into not a mall, but the greatest mall in the world, essentially, and say, have at it.
Yeah.
That takes both some imagination and some tremendous discipline, because you obviously don't want to, you want to see everything. That takes some time. So do you see everything and then make decisions, or are you fill in the bag as you go along, so to speak?
Fill in the bag as we go along. We're nuts. I don't think that's how people usually do it. We just go a little crazy and
Do you know other boutique owners who are over there? It's just you guys. But you've been going for years. Don't you see the same people? Or is it mostly fashion designer type people and they're not store people?
Yes.
Correct.
Because to escalate to this level of buying is very unusual. First of all, it's costly to go all the way to Europe, Paris, Milan, and all the other parts. Just to buy something, see something, know something in advance that no one else in the boutique world knows about. Alexandria and I will always have the upper hand because we're right there before it begins. Now, when you buy something, it's not like you get it immediately.
Right.
You design it 6 months ahead of time.
Right.
and you have to buy quantity too, so you have to be willing to purchase large quantities.
And you shop with, this is what I like, and my clientele trusts my taste. You don't shop on, this is what my clientele will like, and it doesn't matter if I like it. How do you balance that?
Well, again, it's so really instinctual.
Yeah, I would think it's actually clientele first.
Yeah.
We're like, ooh, our customers would love this.
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Because we're in the store every day. We know.
But the people in the store every day are liking the stuff that you already have. You're trying to sort of project like they will also like this based on their history of this. Because I've been in your store, and obviously I'm tiptoeing into a certain color, certain fabric, and then I get more confidence and I'm going to be more adventurous the second, third, fourth time around, because I do learn to trust and I do learn to say like I shouldn't be wearing just Levi's all the time. And the farther you get out of your comfort zone, you're sort of taking all these people on a ride with you.
That's
out
right.
of your own comfort zone, right?
That's right.
That's true.
They are on a ride with us. And the moment Alexandria and I see something, we both agree within seconds, if not a split second, that's the look. And then we go from there. It's instinctual. It really is. It's not like we planned it. We don't go there with a sketch pad. We don't
At all.
go there with a budget. It's the feeling.
We like walk in and just hope for the best. And
I've
you-
made the mistake of going into your shop with a budget, and it doesn't hold up.
No, there's so much more I can show you.
I know.
I take it easy on you.
I appreciate that. I feel a stiletto on the jugular every once in a while. You will look so good in this. I mean, I don't think I look that good. Do you have to agree?
No.
If Alexandria likes something and you don't, she has power now to be like, we're going to do this, Mom. Trust me.
Yes.
How long did that take? Because clearly she has the gene, but you also have to be like, listen, I have the experience. I know. How long was this sort of equal?
Immediately.
Really?
Yes, I do trust her. She's been with me since she was a little girl.
I used to do buying as a kid.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, Mom, you have to come look at this. And then we would get it and it would end up being a bestseller.
But you guys, you have different personalities. You dress differently.
Yeah.
You're a little more flamboyant.
Yes.
But still, you come together at the taste level of what you think your clients you would want.
We know our demographics very,
well.
very well.
Good.
No second guess.
But Milan is not the most exciting thing that's happened to you since I spoke to you last.
That's one of the exciting things. But of course, I'm so honored to be selected again. This will be the third time. And this time it's Top Entrepreneur, Celebrity Fashion Stylist of the Decade. I am doing this 30 years. And to be recognized is just unbelievable by this enormous organization, IAOTP.
And are you getting, being an entrepreneur is a challenging thing. Being an entrepreneur in the business that you're in is impossible because everybody thinks, oh, I could do that. Or nobody can do that.
It's hard.
You have to have instinct. You have to have style. You have to have conviction. You have to have balls, for lack of a better term. You have to be a risk taker. You have to be a dreamer. There's like 100 ingredients that are more than like, oh, I'm just going to sign a lease and buy some stuff and hope people buy it, right?
Correct. And a
That's
lot of
correct.
people do that and realize it's not a hobby.
No, it's not a hobby. It's
Yeah.
not something I'm going to buy for my kid. It's not something I do because I want to kill 30 hours a week. Like you'll be out of business quickly. And you have to ride economic trends and travel trends. And obviously you had to ride through COVID and things like that. And shut to the whole globally you did. I mean, they didn't have the fashion shows for 2 years. Is that right?
That's correct.
Did it come back just as big or did a lot of it move online? I know you have to feel the fabric and be there, but how is it as big as it ever was or no?
Yes, it's explosive. Yes. Like when we came back, when we went to the Versace fashion show, wow. The 90s came back bigger than ever. And what does it stand for? Even in our business, confidence, strength, power, and at the same time, for a woman to be feminine with all of that she embodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the men's fashion, same thing. That male CEO around his 40s to 60s is feeling younger and stronger and more powerful than ever. You got to look the part. And if you don't, you are going to be left behind.
Are you more, this is a question for both of you, and answer this honestly. Are you more confident in your ability to shop for the women or the men?
Oh,
Both.
both, yeah.
See, you can't say that. It's got to be 51-49. No.
No, both.
Was it always that way?
From day one, from 30 years ago.
Because that is unusual for somebody in your business to do both. Usually it's one or the other.
Yes.
Is the inventory the same? Is the expenditure the same, or women's clothing or more? Women's clothing cost more in your Milan budget just because women's clothing costs more? Is that my interpretation?
No, women, you must have much more quantity,
And selection.
Because of sizing.
And selection, just like,
and women shop more often. Now, when a man comes in, you have to have the quality and the selection that he can purchase for at least the next few months, because men don't like to frequently walk into a boutique. He has to have a great experience.
it's like a one-stop shop.
Right. How often does he go, two people come in, a couple come in, she wants to shop and you're like, and you end up selling him something too? Or vice versa. Happens all the time, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
Because especially her, she's like, well, he gets something, I get to get something too.
He's got to match her now.
Oh, do you do that with that in mind? You guys would look good to this together?
Well, okay,
Kind of.
example, like a client came in last week. She was going to a wedding, and she looked so spectacular. She was emotional. We completely took her outside of her box. It's not something she would ordinarily buy, and that's what our specialty is. You can't wear the same thing. You can't have the same hairdo. You can't have the same makeup. You must evolve, just like fashion. When he saw what she looked like, he said, well, what am I going to wear? I said, well, you have to be on the same caliber now as her. And that was it. He was so happy. This was a very conservative man, very, very refined. He wasn't a talkative man. But when he saw what she looked like, he did believe that he needed to match her. I don't mean match her in color. I mean match her in
At that same level, look at the same level.
stature, elegance, yeah.
When did you were just in Milan? When did you get back? Or it was a while ago?
Did we go in February?
February.
February,
Okay.
March.
But you go, you're a business owner in South Florida, and you are leaving during peak season.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just, you got to do what you got to do, or you know how to, I mean, that's got to be frustrating. Are you calling your staff every minute?
No. I have great people, have confidence. I'm not a micromanager. As a little girl, 30 years ago when I started a business, I did everything by myself because that's how you start.
Right.
This is not, when people think, oh, it's so easy, no one else can do it but me, though. You cannot grow that way. You must know how to delegate, and you must know how to pick the right people. This is not a business that is easy, just as you said.
Well, somebody who works for it, they have to have taste, they have to have customer service skills, they have to have sales, they have to, I mean, it's hard to
They have to be reliable.
hit that bullseye. They have to be reliable, they have to represent the brand well, they have to speak for you. Like, that is a challenge. I mean, trust me, I'm a business owner, I run into that too. That is a challenge for anybody to, hit those sort of 5 targets all the time, right?
And all my team have been with me 5 to 10 years, even longer. Some are 20 years. They grow with me.
How do you gauge if they have, is taste the word?
Now, you know when you speak to the person, if you can teach them to be, let's say, fashionable, they have to be able to socialize. They have to make the customer feel comfortable by being relatable.
Right.
Most important, to be grateful and appreciative while talking to a customer.
Right.
And making the customer feel comfortable, because remember, our sizes are from extra small to like triple extra large.
Right.
So I hire all shapes and sizes. You have to
And
be
ages.
relatable. And ages.
Yeah, I know. Some people, you don't want them to come in like, oh my God, I would have looked good in that when I was 26.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
And you also have to deal with people from all over the world. You have to deal with people who are seasonal or going to events. Like, this is not the easiest market to do that too. It's not like you're in Minneapolis and everybody's sort of local and lives there or whatever. You have tourists, you have an international clientele. It's a challenge, right?
This is the greatest school in the world. To be in sales and to meet a global clientele is the most incredible experience, not only for my daughter, which she's so advanced now, but for anyone that works at the Bolufé boutique. I don't even call them my employees. This is my team. And me as a little girl starting out so young, as people have heard, I've worked in a sewing factory since I was 10 and a half. I grew up in the business. I have learned so much. This is the best school that money cannot buy this. This is true experience. To meet all these people, to style them, to be relatable, to know how to make them feel comfortable. Incredible experience for all ages. I've had women that started with me much later in life, like 50. And what they learned here, they said they never thought they could ever learn. Because this is a global market. It's a high-end customer. It's a customer that is going to be reinvented, and the customer has to trust you. So you have to you have to gain the customer's trust.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
What is there one difference that you guys have in how you either approach dealing with customers or fashion or how you design, or are you guys exactly the same?
I'll let you answer.
I don't know. I would say with the buying, it is instinctual. We're very much on the same wavelength when it comes to buying. Maybe 2 or 3 pieces, we might not be sure.
But you're more conservative on the budget? You have to rein in mom?
Yes.
Because you would think it'd be the other way around.
Correct. Towards the end, because we get so excited. We're like, kids in a candy store. Like, we can't stop looking. We can't stop touching. We're like, we need it all. We need it all. But towards the end of the buying trip, I'm like, okay, this is definitely a lot. Because we don't keep it.
And you must, since you first started going, you must buy more now than you did because you're confident that you can sell it.
Correct.
Super confident.
Yeah.
However the economy goes, very, very confident. We have a huge following. Huge. So they are going to like what we suggest. They're going to like how we put it together. And they trust us. They really do. And it's our reputation. We always have to do right by the customer.
Is there a style or a design or a fabric or a color that you were surprised was so prominent in Milan that it normally isn't? Or are you kind of just like it's always the same? Because sometimes, fuchsia's in.
Fuchsia isn't.
I know. There's
will
pastels, there's
say
earth tones,
that going to the Versace show, like, you could definitely tell we were a bit inspired by that in our buying because we did the buying after. And so we brought back some of that vibe.
Is Anna Wintour go to Milan?
Yeah, she was at Versace.
Can she still make or break certain things?
Yeah, I would say so. She's super powerful. In that.
She's a powerful woman, She was there. A lot of celebrities are there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. And
Well, they get flown in and treated well.
of course,
You want to be in the front row.
So
I used to.
we're in the front row.
I know. An old girlfriend of mine was the head buyer at Federated, Bloomingdale's and Macy's. And so she got to go to not always the top fashions, but a lot of them. And I saw the way they treated her because she was the buyer. She had so much power
Totally.
for a mainstream level stuff. And it was like, some brand like Ben Sherman or something like that would fly her to Aspen.
Oh, I'm sure.
Good gig. So,
Wine and dine you.
oh, they did. So I got a lot of free clothes out of that relationship.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, all
Here's a
good.
plus.
Yeah, here's a plus. Something that you're excited about this year that you haven't told the world yet.
Well, usually I don't speak before it happens, but we have a lot of great
To
things.
speak it into existence.
Well, we have a lot of great things happening. Incredible. More fashion designers, more shows, more reality, documentaries, all kinds of exciting things. To grow up in the fashion world, again, I always say, this was not easy. I'm doing this almost most of my life. And to have my daughter come in and for me to be able to leave her the legacy. And she's seen the hardships, the do's, the don'ts. And for her to be in this business where, you don't want to just be a boutique owner and then after 20, 30 years, you just close up and you disappear and then nothing.
Yeah.
You must have a plan.
Right.
And this is the next level. It's exciting. It's powerful. It's rewarding. It's amazing, right? It really is.
All right. You ready to leave everybody with a pearl?
Oh, I haven't thought about a pearl. Never give up. Whatever your purpose is, your passion, stay with the same business if you love it, because eventually it will be the pearl of your life. And then if you're lucky enough to bring in a family member like my daughter, and she will carry on the legacy. So
Passion and purpose brings the pearl.
it really does.
There you go.
1,000%.
Good.
All right. You know where you can listen to this, wherever you listen to podcasts. And every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. live on Facebook, we have a show. Now, the show isn't about selling. The show is about lifestyle. It was never a selling show. It was always a show about our travels, styling. It's very comedic, right?
Yes.
And Alexandria, tell them where to find our store, our headquarters now.
It's on Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, Florida. And then you can find us on Instagram, Facebook at Bolufé Boutique.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Thank you for showing us the love.
Glamour girl.